do with this. Like they are very amicable. They live
Right,
together.
right.
Well, not
Hmm.
live together, but do you
They
see them?
coexist.
They coexist, and do you see it? If well, first of all, do you see an actual divorce? Because I'm not sure. I mean, and do you see a not divorce because there is some hope on either of their parts, or is it
No,
money? You don't
no,
see the
no
hope.
hope, no hope. It's the it. I mean, not that they don't love each other, because I feel like they really do. I feel like they've been built an empire together and a beautiful family. Um, and so I feel like they want to protect that. And a part of that is just staying married. It's just on paper. It's for the legal documents. It's for the empire that they built in their family. It's not because they still want to hook up. Um, so I don't really see a divorce as far as like a legal divorce. I think they will probably ride the energy as long as it can, unless he decides to get remarried. However, honestly, the man, when I look at her husband, kind of dig his energy actually a little bit. I can tell he can be a little hard to get along with at times, but who can't? Uh, and I think that even if somebody came into his life, if it disrupted the peace that they have in their family that they're trying to maintain, then he might put a ring on it, but he wouldn't legally marry somebody,
You think?
unless Kyle said, let's do it. But honestly, it's money. They've built an empire together. Why would they get divorced when they're each of them can go do whatever they want to do? This family still loves them. I mean, it makes good financial sense.
Do you see like him always? You get a sense of him always putting Kyle first over his, you know, whoever it
Well,
is.
I think he'll always have a respect for her. It's almost like I feel like they could, well, and they may be, I don't know, like best friends. So it's not that I feel like he would put Kyle ahead. He just wouldn't leave her behind. So any decisions uh, outside of his partnership or whatever, if it was business or the children, she would be involved too. I actually, to be honest with you, and I'm going to give her first name. I don't know if it's a real first name, but Mary Beth, I want you to hear this because me and her argued over this. It was so cute. We still love each other, and she still calls me. But um, they are not. That's not what they're doing. Is not a bad thing. Like I got told that it was a bad thing. It was against God or whatever. But the truth is, God don't give a shit. People hear me. God don't give a shit about what's on paper. He gives a shit about what's in her heart. And I just see him always making sure that Kyle is involved in whatever's going on. I don't see him putting her ahead of anything inside the partnership, but if it has to do with family or business, Kyle is equal. Now they may bump heads. They're almost like they're almost like siblings. They may bump heads every once in a while, but they'll always be close.
What about, well, nobody named Mary Beth has come after me lately, so there you go.
Good.
Well, at this party for her daughter, she had a bunch of her she had some friends, and one girl is
Right.
Dorit. I think we talked about Dorit before. She
Uh-huh.
was
We have.
born July 14th, 1976. Now, Dorit is a cast member of hers on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They had a huge falling out last season. They ended the season not friendly, but we are going to have another season. Now, nothing is decided yet, but I can tell you, I don't need to be a
Uh-huh.
psychic to tell you Dorit will be
Right.
back, and so will Kyle. So Dorit was at this event. Like, are Dorit and Kyle now? Is it all great? Is it
Okay. So looking at them, I don't feel like it's ever going to be the way it was. Um, like I'm hearing there's too much said, probably a lot behind the scenes that we didn't get to see or whatnot. Um, I think they're going to be amicable. There may be a couple of blow ups along the way in this season, but I mean it's they're going to be frenemies. That's the word I was looking for. They're going to be frenemies. They're going to probably talk shit about each other every now and again, and then come together and love each other. But it's just how it's the way the threads are weaved now in that duet right there. It's they're not going to kill each other, literally speaking, folks. But they're definitely not going to be best friends, but they'll get along.
In
Okay.
other words, they're going to do what they have to keep their high-paying jobs for $1
Exactly.
million or more and fight and make up, but it's never
Exactly. You
they're
know what?
they're not
You
going
know
to
what I just thought
recover.
about?
Yes.
Okay, so I know that, you and I or whatever, we should get married and start our own housewife things. Me and you. Would that not be fucking
Like a
hilarious?
gay version of the
Bravo.
Housewives.
Exactly. A lesbian and a gay man together. Yes, we would burn it up. Bravo.
People have
Listen.
been saying this just in general that there
Uh,
is some, if not Bravo, some networks should do something like that. Like they've had gay versions of it
right,
ish,
right,
but it didn't really work and it wasn't really him. I think, right, I think they should get gay and lesbians, like self-actualized couples. Like, don't have it be about a bunch of gays in
right,
Hollywood, just
right.
actual people where they
Families.
happen to
Hmm.
be gay, but that is not their main identity, and
Yeah.
let the
Well,
drama
for
roll.
one, even those who don't agree would watch, right? Because they would just want to know. And then everybody would realize that our lifestyle, even though we are just a tiny bit fabulous,
Of
um,
course.
it's still just I mean, me and my wife, we cook, we clean house, we, take the dogs for a walk, we fight over where the vegetables are to be planted. It's just a thing, it's just like everybody else's.
It's just like everyone else. Okay, well,
It's
that's
just
good
like
about
everybody else.
Kyle and Dorit.
Yes.
Okay, let's get to this woman. This woman, I don't want to give you any hints, but this is a new name for us. I don't even think I have a birth date. I'm gonna have to pull this birth date
That's
up.
okay. That's okay. I don't need it.
Okay. Her name is Sonia Morgan.
And she's new on this,
Well, no,
just
she's
coming
not
up or
new.
what?
She's new.
Okay.
No, she's new to you. I've never brought her up to you, but she's
Yeah,
not
I don't.
new to the housewives world.
Um,
Definitely not.
what would you like to know, David? Because
Well, are you getting any a certain type of vibes from her?
oh,
And are the
actually her energy's a little odd. And I'm not meaning offense by it, but when it's the word that I keep getting is undercover. I don't know what that means, but just keep that in mind.
say it again?
Like undercover. Like maybe she's watching somebody or something. I don't know, but there's a little I wouldn't call it deviant, but she's not showing something. There's something about her that's going to come out that's going to shock people. And again, the word I keep getting, well, okay, a better word for that would be spy. Like she's watching something to report to somebody. Something is going on in that area. To be quite honest with you, if it were me, I probably wouldn't trust her, not because I feel like she would hurt me, but because I don't feel like she has any alliances on the cast. She should not be anybody's alliance on the cast. Something's
She,
up.
well, she was on Real Housewives of New York. She isn't real